Hi everybody, this is Kevin, and welcome back to another comic book review. And we're going back into the Batman Beyond series, and today we're going to look at Batman Beyond Volume 3, The Long Payback, once again written by Dan Jurgens, and then drawn by a collaboration of Phil Hester, Andy Parks, and Bernard Chang. And this one is collecting issues number 13 through 19. So all these, they're short little trades. They just collect like a certain story. The first one, we got the story of Terry McGinnis returning as Batman Beyond many decades after I guess like a decade or two, not too long after the animated series. And then book 2, you had it delved deep into Damian Wayne and how he departed the Robin mantle. And this is just picking up where that left off. So, you got some nice, great artwork here, The Long Payback. And this one really shows some old villains from the animated series. So, once again, great artwork. Phil Hester does most of the artwork in these issues here. And it shows Bruce Wayne's recovering, because if you saw in the last issue, he had his back injured once again, and they kind of joke how Bane broke his back one too many times, and he can't do it anymore, and he can't walk. And, the art is really reminiscent of the animated series, how that looks. And they're repairing Terry McGinnis' suit after, the AI took control. And they're starting a sort of love interest with Dana Tan and Terry McGinnis, which is pretty interesting. And she's kind of hesitant at him being Batman. She doesn't want him to be Batman, of course. And you have young Matt here, finds like the Robin cycle there, the motorcycle, and he wants to be Robin. And Bruce Wayne's like, nope, we're not going down that road again. No more Robins. We're not doing it anymore. And so Terry and Dana are getting it on, and she's like, Terry! And he says, what's wrong? And all of a sudden, Bruce Wayne's in there with like his drone spied on him after they were just getting it on in the bed. And he's like, nope, no time for love interest. You got to get to work, Batman. So he's here fighting these villains. They're Jack and the King and the Queen and Ace, and they're sort of villains from the animated series. And then it shows Matt once again thinking about being Robin, and how Bruce Wayne is like, oh, my back's been broken way too many times. I got to help him, but, I can't do it because I'm an old man. And young Matt is saying, well, why don't you let me do it? I want to go fight. And then, so this other villain shows up here. The Stalker, who was from the animated series, who worked with Shriek and all sorts of other villains. And at some point, was actually teaming with Terry McGinnis and Batman, and he knows who Terry McGinnis is. Then you have 10 here, who is Melanie Walker, and she shows up. And then once again, Batman's trying to get his thing going on with Dana Tan. And of course, Stalker here figures out that Dana Tan is the love interest for Batman, and so he kidnaps her, because he says, I'm going to take someone that you love, so you're going to have no choice but to come after me. And once again, you have this struggle with Batman and Matt, how Matt's like, I gotta help my brother. And Batman's like, nope, no more Robins. We can't have any more Robins. And, Batman's trying to rescue his love here. He's getting completely overwhelmed by Stalker, who knows all of his moves from having worked with him in the animated series. And they have an epic battle here. He's just zapping him away. All sorts of chaotic stuff going on. And Stalker's whole motivation is he's from like an African tribe, and he's trying to get food for his people, because Batman keeps talking to him and saying, I thought we were buddies now. What's the deal? Why are you attacking me? He's like, well, I was paid by a man to hunt you down, and I'm going to get paid. My people will be able to eat again. So all sorts of carnage and explosions. And now at this point, Stalker is getting destroyed in the explosions as well, and he's getting completely overwhelmed. And he's choking him, and at this point, Bruce Wayne has no choice but to send reinforcements. So at this point, Stalker is just about to unveil Terry McGinnis to the world, and Matt's like, I gotta go help. I gotta help my brother, Bruce. And he's like, all right, fine. And he talks about how he watched all the simulations of Damian Wayne, and he puts on the mask. And this reveals 10 is Melanie Walker, and she has a crush on Batman and Terry McGinnis, but she can't put the pieces together quite yet. So then the main villain here, the Payback, shows up. I was going to call him the Punisher. And he shows up and he starts attacking. And really attacking both of them, Batman and Stalker. And Stalker gets his legs blown off, and he's just crawling away. And because Batman, he spares lives and is always there for people, even an enemy, he saves Stalker. And at this point, 10 comes in and saves the day, and Matt breaks the glass to put on the Robin suit. So Payback here is revealed to be an old villain, Kenneth Stanton, who was a boy who was abused by his father and hates Batman for that, for whatever reason, and is seeking revenge. And then at this point, it's revealed that it's actually the father himself taking on the mantle and saying that, it's your fault that my son is dead because he committed suicide. And it really gets into some pretty deep stuff here, which is pretty insane for a children's comic, but, well, in a way. And then Robin's finally got the suit on. He's going to save the day. And at this point, Dana's back with Bruce Wayne, and she's like, what the hell are you doing sending Matt out there now? And he's like, I have no other choice. I can't walk, woman. What do you want me to do? So he's giving instructions to Matt to just listen to him through the telecommunications. And you have everyone coming in to save the day here. You have 10 there. You have Robin coming in there. And he's able to save the day. And Terry McGinnis is saying, Bruce, why the hell did you send my brother in here? And Bruce is like, sorry, kid, I had no other choice. So they end up saving the day. They defeat Payback there. And then it cuts to Stalker, whose name is Shaka. And you see he has wooden legs. They're a very poor nation there. That's why he's looking for food for his family. And Terry McGinnis comes with a whole bunch of Wayne transports with food and saying, well, it's because you helped me, and we got to zoom out those legs as well. So overall, it's very good. And then this is a sort of epilogue where it shows all these teams here. You have Matt and Maxine there playing basketball or whatever, and Terry McGinnis is fighting crime, and he's like, I got to get there in time to see my brother win. And it shows they're losing, and they make an epic comeback. And this really had no significant impact to the story. It was just a little extra at the end there. And I think this was written by Bernard Chang and drawn by him, the artist. He actually wrote this particular issue. And then you have all these great variant covers in the back. Really good. This Dave Johnson did a lot of the variant covers. And there's one at the back here. So there's this one that shows like the whole team there. And that one right there is pretty cool with Superman. But overall, great book. I love how they bring back old characters like Stalker and Payback and Melanie Walker, too. And then how it expands upon Dana Tan and Terry McGinnis trying to have a normal life and a love interest. So really enjoying the Batman Beyond run. Like I said, there's 6 volumes right now. And I think the 7th volume would have come out shortly. But because of the whole coronavirus thing, everything is getting slowed down. So I think they moved the date back. That's coming out in June. So I'm staggering these out. Hopefully by the time I finish Volume 6, we'll be close to getting Volume 7, and we'll have the whole complete set. And at that point, we can resume getting single issues. So thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know your thought in the comments down below. And stay tuned for another comic book review coming soon. Have a great day, everybody.